I still remember the smell of that KFC kitchen, the harsh fluorescent lights, and the way the manager shook his head at me. No, he said. Just like that. 30 other jobs said the same thing. 30 times I walked out feeling small, invisible, and wondering, maybe I'm just not cut out for this world. Most people would quit here. Most people let that stop them. But let me tell you the truth. Those moments, the painful, humiliating, soul-crushing failures, are the very moments that shape the people who go on to change the world. I grew up in a small city. My family wasn't rich. I wasn't particularly smart in school. I failed my college entrance exam twice. Every failure pressed down on me like a weight I couldn't shake. But here's what I learned early. Failure is a teacher. Every no is a lesson waiting to be understood. When I started my first company, an online marketplace, investors laughed. They said, no one will buy online. This idea is crazy. I sat there in those big cold offices, hearing the word no echo over and over. My stomach sank. My hands shook slightly. I could feel the doubt creeping in. And yet, I refused to give up. Every rejection became a lesson. Every closed door a guidepost. Failure is not your enemy. It's your superpower. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling's manuscript was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. All of them failed hard, but they didn't let it define them. Failure is painful, but it's also exhilarating. It proves you are trying. It proves you are alive. It proves your dream matters enough to fight for. I remember one night, sitting at my desk, staring at my empty website traffic reports. The silence in the office was deafening. I thought, maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe I should quit. But then I looked at my small, loyal team and the stubborn fire inside me. Quitting wasn't an option. So I asked myself, what can I learn from this failure? That question, what can I learn, is the key. Every failure has a lesson. Every rejection has a clue. And when you gather enough of them, you start to see a pattern. Your failures are guiding you to your success. If you've never failed, you've never reached high enough to test your limits. If people laugh at you, that's good. They see something in you that they can't yet understand. If doors slam in your face, that's better. It's the universe forcing you to find a new path, a better strategy, a stronger you. So here's the challenge. Don't fear failure, chase it, study it, use it, stand taller when you fall, smile when they laugh at you. Persistence beats talent. Grit beats luck. Resilience is the secret weapon of everyone who achieves greatness. Your journey will be hard. You will be rejected. You will fail. But that is exactly what makes the success that comes afterward taste so sweet. The world rewards those who fail bravely and rise stronger. Next time you face a no, don't hide, stand taller, try harder, laugh at the rejection. And remember, every failure today is the first step toward your greatest success tomorrow. You know, when I first tried something new, I failed. Not just once, not twice, maybe 100 times. And every time people laughed at me. Maybe they didn't mean to be cruel. Maybe they just thought I was foolish. But in that moment, I had two choices. I could cry or I could laugh. I chose to laugh, not because it was easy, because it was the only way to keep going. Picture this. You stay up all night preparing for something important. You wake up, rush to work or school, and disaster strikes. The files are gone, the presentation crashes, or you forget everything in the moment. You feel your heart drop, your hands shake, and the world seems like it's laughing at you. And this is the beauty of failure. It doesn't just hurt, it teaches you how to survive, how to adapt, how to think differently. I remember when I tried to speak English in front of a foreign audience. I stumbled. I mispronounced words. I felt embarrassed. But instead of quitting, I practiced harder, laughed at myself, and kept trying. Years later, that skill opened doors I never imagined. You see, success is not magic. It's the ability to take the things that humiliate you, that scare you, that make you want to give up, and turn them into your teachers. Every failure has a lesson, if you are willing to see it. Even the smallest victories matter. You spill your coffee, miss your bus, almost give up. But you don't. You take a deep breath, you improvise, you try again. That small action, that tiny decision, is the seed of your future success. People may not notice it. You may not even feel it at first, but that's how you grow. That's how the ordinary becomes extraordinary. I have failed more than anyone I know, and I'm still failing. But every time I fail, I learn something new. If you are not failing, you are not trying. So laugh at your failures, learn from them, and keep moving forward. The world belongs to those who refuse to give up. Let me tell you, the biggest lessons don't come from small mistakes. They come when the world seems to be pushing you down, when every choice feels risky and the stakes are enormous. That's when you discover who you really are. Imagine this. You start a small business, full of hope and ideas. Everything seems fine, and then suddenly the supplier backs out, the product shipment is delayed, and a competitor releases something similar. You watch your dream wobble. Most people would panic, most people would quit, but you sit down, think hard, and pivot. You find a new supplier, adjust your plan, and move faster than anyone expected. That's how failure turns into advantage. Or picture this. You're leading a team on a critical project. Your strategy fails. The team looks at you with doubt. You could blame circumstances or hide. Instead, you own it. You talk, you listen, you adjust. The project succeeds in a way no one anticipated, and your team respects you more than ever, even in personal life. Failure teaches you. You take a huge risk, a bold idea, a difficult conversation, or a new venture, and it backfires. It hurts. People doubt you. You could feel defeated, but instead, you learn something invaluable about timing, patience, and judgment. And next time, your risk turns into a breakthrough. Here's the truth. Success doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from facing it head-on, creatively and courageously. Big failures are opportunities to rethink, reinvent, and rise stronger than before. I have seen people lose millions of dollars, fail publicly, and still come back to build something greater. Why? Because failure was their teacher, not their jailer. And you, yes, you can do the same. Every time something crashes, every time you think it's impossible, remember, the bigger the obstacle, the bigger the lesson. And here's a secret. The moments you feel most powerless are the moments you grow the fastest. That missed opportunity, that sudden challenge, that terrifying risk, it's shaping you, sharpening you, preparing you for real success. So when life pushes back hard, when everything seems against you, don't retreat. Think, adapt, pivot, and push forward. The world rewards those who embrace failure, learn, and use it as fuel. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. That's how failure becomes the first step to success. Life will throw things at you that you never saw coming. Not a spilled coffee, not a missed test, real chaos. And in those moments, most people panic. But you find a way. You turn it into an opportunity. Picture this. You're climbing a mountain, trying to reach the peak. The storm hits. The path disappears under mist and rain. Your hands are frozen, your legs aching, and every instinct tells you to turn back. Most people would quit, but you pause, look around, adapt your path, and step carefully. Step by step, you move forward. The view isn't perfect yet, but suddenly, the summit feels possible. That's how breakthroughs are born, from chaos. Or imagine, you're trying to invent something, a gadget, a game, a piece of art. Every prototype fails. Smoke, sparks, broken parts. You lose days, money, confidence, and then you discover an unexpected pattern, an accidental idea that works. That tiny accident becomes the core of your success. Without failure, there is no invention. Even in everyday life, you get lost in a city you don't know. The plan fails. Transportation is gone. Hunger, fatigue, frustration. You could panic, cry, give up, or you could explore a new path, meet unexpected people, find shortcuts, and learn more about the world and yourself than you ever planned. That's turning chaos into growth. Here's the truth. Life doesn't reward comfort. It rewards creativity, courage, and persistence under pressure. The bigger the chaos, the bigger your chance to rise above it. And when you embrace it, the impossible starts to feel possible. Think bigger. Extreme sports, experiments, adventures, social courage. Every time you take a bold risk and fail, you gain experience that can't be taught. Momentum, insight, bravery. These are the hidden rewards of failure. So when life collapses around you, when the storm hits, When the world seems against you, smile. Adapt, learn, push forward. That's how ordinary people discover extraordinary strength. That's how failure becomes the fuel for your rise. That's how chaos becomes your advantage. Success is not a moment, it's not a trophy, a headline, or applause. It's a journey stitched together by countless struggles, risks, and moments where giving up seemed easier than moving forward. And when the breakthrough finally comes, it's electric. Not because it was easy, but because every step, every fall, every wrong turn led you here. Think back to every challenge you've faced. Not just small mistakes, but those moments that felt impossible. The deadlines you couldn't meet. The relationships you almost lost. The risks that could have ruined everything. Each one of them shaped you. They tested your patience, your creativity, and your courage. They forced you to dig deeper than you thought you could. Failures are not punishment. They are lessons wrapped in disguise. They are teachers that speak only to those who listen. They show you timing, strategy, resilience, and the strength you never knew existed. Each failure pushes you to adjust, pivot, and grow. Each setback is a rehearsal for the victory that comes next. Imagine the moment you finally see results. Maybe your risky idea works. Maybe a project you thought was doomed finally succeeds. Maybe someone notices your persistence and gives you the chance you've been waiting for. The rush isn't in luck, it's in the knowledge that you earned it. That you stood up after being knocked down. That you refused to quit when everyone else would have. Even the small victories matter. Every step forward, every lesson learned, every moment you adapted and tried again. It all compounds. Like a snowball rolling down a hill. Momentum builds slowly, quietly, and then suddenly it's unstoppable. Your skill, your courage, and your resilience converge, creating a force that cannot be ignored. The triumph goes beyond success itself. It's about perspective. You see challenges differently now. Risks don't scare you in the same way. You understand what's worth pursuing, what's worth fighting for, and what can be let go. You can face life with a mix of courage, patience, and strategy that only comes from surviving your own failures. Even your impact on others changes. When people see you rise, they are inspired. Not by luck, not by perfection, but by the grit and resilience you cultivated through struggle. They learn from your journey, and your success becomes a beacon for others to push through their own setbacks. Here's the truth. The bigger the failure, the deeper the lesson. The longer the struggle, the more valuable the skill. The harder the challenge, the sweeter the victory. And when you finally reach your breakthrough, it isn't just about what you achieved. It's about the person you became along the way. Consider someone who risked everything to follow a vision. Every prototype fails. Every investor says no. Every friend doubts them. Ordinary people would quit. But they persist. They adapt. They improvise. And one day, one tiny twist of luck, one perfect execution, the vision becomes real. That's not luck. That's persistence meeting opportunity, or someone facing extreme personal challenge, illness, loss, or a major setback. They could have given in, but instead, they learn, rebuild, and rise. And in that rise, they discover a strength they never knew existed. A resilience so powerful, it changes the trajectory of their life forever. So here's what I want you to take away. Fall, fail, make mistakes, stumble, face chaos, but then rise, adapt, pivot, learn, persist, because every moment of struggle is building the bridge to your success. And when that bridge finally reaches the other side, you will stand taller, stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Success is not handed to anyone. It is earned in the quiet, difficult, unglamorous moments when nobody is watching. When you choose to try one more time, when you push forward against fear, when you refuse to settle. Those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that make your eventual triumph unforgettable. The road is long, the challenges are fierce, but the victory, your victory, is sweeter because of everything you endured to reach it. And when you look back, you will see every struggle, every mistake, every fall was exactly what you needed to become the person capable of winning. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends.